All right, this is going to be a fun one. So, welcome to the channel. It's Kyle with Mixed Martial Aficionado, and we're going to be talking a little about Dana White's Contender Series last night and why I knew this poor boy was doomed before he even stepped in the cage. But, alas. So, I'm going to play this little clip and we'll see if we can get this to come through here. Okay.
My name is Razor Robbie Ring. I'm 22 years old and I'm fighting out of Ring Combat Sports out of Whitfield, Virginia. I've been training my whole life for this opportunity. I've been doing martial arts since I was 3 years old. My mom, Kimberly Ring, and my dad, Greg Ring, they owned the gym that I train at, Ring Combat Sports. My mom, she's a black belt in Chuck Norris fighting systems. My dad's a black belt in combat jiu-jitsu under Walt Bayless. I've been bred to fight.
All right, let's pause. So, Mom's got her black belt in Chuck Norris fighting systems. That's his first boast. His father has a black belt in combat jiu-jitsu under Walt Bayless. So, never having heard of either of these black belt accreditations before, I knew Chuck Norris had a thing, right? But wasn't it, what the hell is his martial art called? I forget. I would have to look into it, but Chuck Norris fight systems, or fighting systems. Interesting. And this Walt Bayless guy. So, I was intrigued, right? I wanted to know who's handing out these combat jiu-jitsu black belts. So, let's pull this up here. Let's see if we can smoothly transition over. All right. So, right off the bat, Walt Bayless has more black belts than Helio Gracie and all of his sons combined. Interesting. Next paragraph. Walt thinks that the Gracies are being stingy with the black belts they award. It shouldn't take 6 to 7 years to get a black belt, he complained in one ad. You can get black belts in Taekwondo, Tang Sudo, and Hapkido in Korea in less than 1 year. I know because I did it, and I know a lot of people who did it. None of us could fight, of course. On the contrary, we are less able to fight after studying those estimable and illustrious Korean martial arts than before. But we had belts and certificates. That was the important thing. No sane person is going to mess with a man who has a Taekwondo black belt and a certificate to back it up. And this is the guy that that Pops is basing his school off of. Sweet brother in Christ. So, anyways, fast forward a little bit. Let's go back over. But yeah. So, he's going up against this man. 4-fight win streak. 6 of 7 wins by knockout. And he was a plus 550 to win in the first round. So, I forget if this goes past the first round, but he just lights this boy up. Like, there was some hope at a certain point, but let's see, where was it? There's the finish. So by the time the finish happened, in round 1, mind you, this is how Buddy was looking. And his parents, find that dog, Robbie. Find that dog. Solid corner. Solid corner advice from the parents over there. Pretty sure he gets smoked with a knee. I might have skipped ahead too far. Oof. Yeah. That was the end right there. The hammer fists to the side. Yeah. So I found that to be pretty comical. Like I was anticipating something of the sort to happen if his opponent was even relatively skilled. And I feel bad ripping on the kid. He's 22. He's got a lot of time to grow, and he might even have some solid potential. He looks athletic. He needs to get like a real camp, like a real coaching system, team of some sort. If he is training exclusively at his parents' gym, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, it's wild that these people can actually run schools, to be honest. My word of advice, what was homie's name again? Ring. My advice to Ring is get out of the Mcdojo and find a real camp if you're serious about this. No offense to your parents, but they're running a sham. And it's an embarrassment, but I digress. Okay, yeah. My goodness. Anyways, sorry. What the fuck? Rubik versus Knutson. So this was an interesting fight for the first 30 seconds or so. No more than that. After that sick head kick. There's a really good head kick. Let me see if I can find it. Don't need to go through any of that. Alright, here we go. So, fight just starts. And, Knutson it is. Watch the girl in the blue. Just throws up this, like, super quick front leg head kick. Lead leg head kick. Where was it? Right here? Come on. Whack. Alright, so Alright, and you've seen the only exciting thing happen the whole fight. She was the only... Knutson was the only winner of the night, spoiler alert, that didn't get a contract. It was super awkward at the end, just seeing her just being the last one sitting on the chair. But no, it was a nice kick, but I mean, it didn't land with crazy power because the girl kind of shook it off. There's a bunch of little cage grabs that I heard commentary complaining about. Sort of half paying attention to this fight, if I'm going to be honest. But overall, skippable. Apart from that head kick, nothing too great or exciting happened. This fight was wild. So it really seemed, let's go back a little bit here. It really seemed like Kaik was gonna start running show. It got pretty crazy in there. They were just swinging back and forth. Super exciting fight. I'd recommend you watch this one. But let's see, what were some of the better moments here? But yeah, I feel like they both came pretty close to finishes in this fight. I was mind blown that Oban was able to weather this. But my boy ended up getting the contract. I just hope he is able to show some better defense in pressure situations. I'm sure that's going to get better over time. He's still a young fighter too, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, a lot of heart, touching story. Having lost his pops. But got that. And then I think the star of the show was our boy Zach Reese here. He had all first round finishes coming in, and then really made this man look foolish. So starts off exchanging pretty well. Huge height and reach advantage for Reese. It's clipped a little bit there, but I think that was the last of the yeah. Snatches up the arm. But yeah. Wild. So those were the 4 fights more or less of the night, but mainly I just wanted to sort of talk smack on that dude's parents' credentials. What are you guys doing? But yeah, I've got a video that I'm working on, just a little short guy, that I'm gonna do on up kicks in MMA. Mainly UFC. And there are only 3 that I could think of that ended in finishes. But I guess I've got a few ideas for some honorable mentions, but anyways, I'm going to get to that. And yeah, don't fall for combat jiu-jitsu schools. Or at least anything that Walt Bayless touches. Anyways, be good, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.